Welcome back, guys, to Replay Thursday, Episode 2. We have Game 2 here with WoGT16 on Reddit. He says, "Hi, Des. Hi, everyone. I have a problem with this race. Don't know what to do after Terran's early push. I went in Colossus into iTemplar. I tried to copy your build from your guide, and I'm Plat. I hope you will help me. I really want to get back to Diamond." So, let's take a look at what you do. I kind of feel bad because if you watch my guide on YouTube, my PvT guide, the build is a little bit outdated. And what I mean by that is that the guide is one gate, one robo, and then more gates. But these days, you can play a lot more greedy. So one gate, one robo, and then one forge. And then you add your gates much later on. So it'll be interesting to see how you do it. Maybe you make the modifications yourself, which would be nice, but otherwise it's okay. The scouting of proxy with your probe, I kind of like that, but it's not required. I mean, I can see if you died to like proxy 2 racks, you'd be afraid for afterwards. But okay, so you're scouting. Are you clicking on the gas? Did you click on the gas? Let's go back, because those little things are things you need to learn if you want to like fly out of the Plat League nests and move on up into the world. Okay, so you did click on it, so you know that it's pretty standard play. Reaper, you're making the Zealot. But you're cutting probes. You're supposed to cut probes at 23, so just one more basically. But it's not that big of a deal. So gas, good. Stalker, nice. Then Panon. Oh, then Panon. Panon? Okay, Panon. Yeah, see, the reason, like, you'd be supply block right now if it was me, because you cut a probe or two without knowing about it. Okay, so the robo and then the more gates. See, that's the problem right here that I was talking about. So you put everything on patrol. That's very nice of you. That's very good. Very nice to see. Okay, some more chrono boosts, a sentry. But yeah, the problem is just you need an earlier forge. The gases, that's good. Observer, it's rallied in his base, that's good. And the robo is hotkeyed, so that's also good. Something I don't talk about enough is having the robo hotkey, the Stargate hotkeyed is really a big deal if you're trying to make it to the next league and it's something you're not doing. That's something you should work on. Second observer, yeah, outside the natural to see if you're being attacked. Really, your problem here, and the reason I think you might be struggling versus Terran when you say I died to early pushes, is that your Robo Bay should have been put down already. The forge, the armor should be like halfway done. So those are just little things that you can adjust pretty easily. One thing that's holding you back also is the chrono boost. As you can see, a lot of chrono boosts on the Nexus. So you should have a lot more workers right now at this stage of the game. You're still ahead of your opponent because, you know, you're both in the same league, so it's kind of natural, but yeah. So the Forge, the Twilight, so this is like early Wings of Liberty style, and you just need AoE versus Terran. And the most reliable source of AoE you can get as a Protoss versus Terran is Colossus. You know, you don't have to aim it, you just have to attack move. It's not glorious, but it does the job. So you're going for Blink, you're going for Armor, and then you're going for Colossus. And yeah, you're floating a little bit of Chrono, so making sure to Chrono the upgrades and being very consistent about it. Going as far as taking this Nexus and clicking in the main, because otherwise it's always going to take this Nexus, as you saw, to Chrono. So a bunch of Stalkers, and then you're adding more gates, so you're going up to 6 gates. I personally like 7 gates, but I'll let it slide this time. But yeah, you see, like, this guy comes around and you have no Colossus. By now, you should have one Colossus, and the second Colossus should be halfway done, just to put things into perspective. So really, it's like not that you're not good, or it's not that you just don't understand the matchup. It's just that you followed my guide. My guide was outdated, and you just need to do one gate, one robo, one forge, one robo bay, and then you can either add more gates, or you can be even more greedy and put down the Twilight console early. Because with Photon Overcharge, things are a lot easier these days. So I like that you're keeping track of his army, moving the stalkers inside the main. If you could get a second hotkey for the stalkers, that would even be better. That way you can, having two armies to micro is really good. You're versatile. Oh, that's going to be a lot of medevacs. This is going to be a lot of bio units. And with one Colossus clearing all of this, because Photon Overcharge shouldn't reach over here, shouldn't reach over there. So it's going to be really hard to clear it out. And, well, I spoke too soon. Oh, but you lost, like, a lot of workers. Was that a lot? 10 workers, not so bad. So he's grabbing a third, and he's going to have more SCVs, and then he's just going to have better production from that point on. So, yeah, oh man, this is totally like the beginning of Art of the Swarm. One Colossus and two High Templar. Well, you're really motivating me to make a new Terran guide, so... I don't know, I haven't seen one Colossus and two Storm be a thing by Koreans these days. So, because sometimes you'll see like some old strategies and it still works, but in this case I'm not sure. So that was a nice blink. But unit lost tab, you're even. But it's just because of his third that's mining a lot more. You're just not going to be able to make it. So it just comes down to a build order. And also if you want to improve, well, you have a second control group for the High Templars, but maybe a third control group. If you want to improve, that's something you can do. And then also the chrono boosts. And yeah. Oh, are you going to force field? Nice storm. Oh, the ghost died for almost free. So you're still making a little bit of probes, still making stalkers. No range, and you've stopped Colossus production. So, oh, I think it's a new robo because it's not Arcade. He sniped it, right? So that's nice. You're trying to spread your Templars. Oh. See, if you would have had all your stalkers hotkeyed right there, you could have blinked all of them to prevent Templar from dying. You actually have a decent shot. Like, you could have won, because he's not... I don't know what he's doing, but... I think he, like, didn't make enough barracks. So, basically, like, you're on 6 gates, but once you grab the third and the third starts mining, you need 10 gates, 12 gates, so you can keep up the production. And while those gates are building, if you're still floating money instead of chronoing the upgrades, which is like the optimal thing to do, just chrono the gates. Because right now it's 1-1 versus 1-1, but you always want to be ahead versus Terran, otherwise it's really hard. So a lot of Templars, but floating a lot. Okay. I like that you spread your army. Like, I don't even do that half the time, so you do a lot of things right. It just comes down to the build order, I think. Well, alright. Well, thank you a lot, Ricardino, for submitting a replay. Like I said, chrono boosts, build order, and then hotkeys could be improved. Guys, that was game 2. We'll be back with game 3 in just a bit. Stay tuned.